Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Coming up on The Zone Extra, spring sports are in full swing.
We have a great group of guys. We've got a bunch of young guys that have fit right in and moved right along. We haven't had any setbacks.
Tonight in our Coach's Corner, I'm joined by the coach leading the top-ranked tennis team in the state. Plus, from Center Grove to Ball State, Indiana's Mr. Football prepares for his next challenge.
Ball State, as I look back at it, they were the ones, that kept talking to me, even through the injuries and stuff like that.
We're serving up a brand new show. The Zone Extra starts now. Hey, good evening to you, and welcome to The Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. What a great time it is to be right now with all the spring high school sports in action throughout the state. Coming up tonight in our Coach's Corner, I am joined by the coach of the state's top-ranked girls tennis team program, that is, Park Tutors, Andrea Calvert-Sanders, plus Charlie Clifford catches up with Mr. Football, Carson Steele, as he prepares for the transition from Center Grove to Ball State. And what got Paul Neidig into a career of education and athletics? We find out in this week's Ask the Commissioner. Also, stick around and find out how you can be a part of the show in weeks to come. But now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. After a couple losses to open the season, the Brebeuf baseball team bounced back with 4 straight wins before falling to 4A number 1 Columbus North on Friday. The Braves are ranked 6th in this week's Class 3A poll and believe that the experience they've gained as a young team 2 years ago will really pay off here in 2021.
We're fortunate. We in 2019 we played a lot of freshmen, and so all those guys got varsity experience, and they're obviously back as juniors now. That senior bunch we have, they learned from the seniors from last year. Offensively, we've been really good. I think that varsity experience for a lot of our guys pays off offensively when you're seeing varsity pitching. We've been scoring a lot of runs.
It's awesome. We have a great group of guys. We've got a bunch of young guys that have fit right in and moved right along. We haven't had any setbacks, really.
The older guys on this team, we just got to take them under our wing, because we've been through it, but they really haven't. So we got to show them the ropes and show them what varsity baseball really is. Because some of these guys are coming from 8th grade middle school baseball to playing varsity like 18-year-olds. So I think taking them under their wing, showing them how we do stuff here is really, really helpful.
All right, well, moving to lacrosse now, and 2019 state champion Cathedral once again looks like to be one of the state's top programs this season. The Irish program has won 4 of the past 5 state championships and are currently ranked 4th in the state. Playing a mix of teams from Indiana as well as other states means Cathedral has one of the toughest schedules around, which they believe serves them well when tournament time rolls around. After no season in 2020, the team says getting to play together once again is a special feeling they don't take for granted.
Having the season canceled last year really hit a lot of people hard. Obviously, the seniors didn't have a chance to get back and be able to play, and I think all the boys were really excited about coming back out, being able to play the game that they love.
It's really exciting. We're really fortunate to be able to come back out and play this year. And last year, this first season, I was going to get to play on the field. I've been with these guys since I've been here, so it's great to be back out here with all my friends.
A lot of guys, missing last year, didn't have a lot of varsity experience, so missing that last season really hurt us, I would say. But being able to wear the gold helmet, it's a tradition like no other, and being a part of that and being a part of a state championship team in 2019 is something that I'll never forget.
When you start at the beginning of or middle of January, it's just kind of a bunch of individuals coming together and trying to figure things out. And Coach Gruber always talks about how our team needs to have some connective tissue to bring us together. I mean, we have some really good individuals on this team that can really play, but the most important thing is making sure we play together as a team.
Good luck to the Irish this season. Hey, in boys basketball, we know the 12 players who will make up this year's Indiana Junior All-Star team, and 7 of them are right here in Central Indiana. The list of players selected was reduced this year due to changes in the All-Star games. This season, there will be just 1 game for the Junior All-Stars as they face the Senior All-Stars on June the 9th. ahead of the seniors' pair of games against their counterparts from Kentucky. Let's take a look at all the junior all-stars from right here in Central Indiana. Starts there with, you see it there, Tay Davis here from Warren Central High School, Braden Smith as well, Pete Suter from Carmel. Meanwhile, Braden Smith there, Leland Walker, Charlie Williams, Tayshawn Comer, and then you see CJ Gunn there as well. Now, the IHSAA announced that due to changing in the enrollment numbers due to COVID-19 pandemic, it is delaying the reclassification cycle by 1 year. That means all teams will compete in the same class they are currently in next season, unless it's earned enough tournament success factor points to move up a class. Now, the reclassification will resume next year according to the IHSAA. Okay, so time for a break, folks, but when we come back, we have much more ahead here on the Zone Extra tonight. Glad you're with us. Up next is the Coach's Corner. Her top-ranked Panthers just opened with season with the win. Yeah, Park Tudor tennis coach Andrea Calvert-Sanders is in the house tonight. Can't wait to talk to her. And still ahead, Mr. Football prepares to head to Muncie. Charlie Clifford has more on Center Grove's Carson Steele.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Junk King.
All right, welcome back here to the Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Time now for our Coach's Corner. In 2019, her team made it all the way to the girls' tennis state finals. And this year, they start the season as the top-ranked team in the state with designs of the program's 7th state championship. That is their desire to get done. And welcome to the Zone Extra tonight. Park Tudor tennis coach Andrea Calvert-Sanders here with us tonight. Thank you so much, Coach, for joining us here on the Zone Extra. And I see that big smile on your face from ear to ear. I see why she's smiling, because she has a great program, great team this year. What do you like about your ladies right now as you guys get set to really dive into this season?
Well, first of all, we're just so excited. Number one, that you've asked us to even talk about women's tennis is what I like to say. It was pretty devastating that we didn't get to play last year, especially after losing such a heartbreak state finals against Cathedral, which I don't know if most people remember that match, but it was probably the most exciting match I've ever been a part of. It came down to a 3-2 loss, and basically those two matches were down to 7-6 in the third, so you couldn't get any closer.
Wow.
And we graduated some kids, and now we have 44 girls. And when I took over 7 years ago, we only had 16 girls. So we have every ability, every excitement, but definitely they're hard workers and excited to be back.
Yeah, you look at some video here of the ladies getting ready for this season and trying to make a run to win a state title. From what you got with this year's team, what do you like about them? What makes this group so special?
I feel that they are very connected. Which is the most important thing in girls tennis. I also feel that they want to have fun. They've been, basically stuck and haven't been able to play tennis for a year. So just getting out and being able to play tennis, which is one of the safer sports for COVID. They don't have to wear their masks. They can choose to. So they're just excited. And a lot of them are new players to our team. They're mostly sophomores and freshmen. We still have really good leadership, but they're just excited to get out and play.
Watch them hit this ball here. I played tennis back in the day, but the speed I'm seeing here and the serves is so legit. Look at the double play as well. One thing that grabbed my attention, you just mentioned moments ago, 16 players came out really for tennis at the time when you first got to the school. And now almost 50 players, part of this team, part of the program. My goodness, how did you pull that off?
First of all, we're a no-cut program, so we will, and you must get a PE credit to go to Park Tudor. I am also the middle school coach. I'm the boys coach, and in the summer, I do all the summer tennis classes. So I've purposely gone through when they're little and trying to brainwash them to play tennis as they get older. So it's very fun.
Some video of you here going to work with the team in 2013 when you first started coaching there with Park Tudor. I know you have yet to win a state championship, but I know you feel like you're moving everything in the right direction, right?
Yes, oh, for sure. The most important thing for me, besides having good players, which we've always historically had at Park Tudor, is to make sure that they're good sports. They show great sportsmanship. A lot of people view Park Tudor having excellence in tennis. To me, it's that they respect others and they are still, competing very well.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful though how you're getting so many students involved. And we talk about COVID, and we know the seasons last year was canceled, but how much of a transition has it been for you? Just here we are, we're still dealing with COVID, to be able to work with the ladies and try to make sure they're smart. And like during the football season, basketball season, hey, look, if you want to play, you got to be smart how you handle yourself, and and safety is number one.
Safety, as far as that tennis, again, because the court is so long, especially for the singles players, they don't really have to worry about being that close. We do during our practices are very specific in putting girls into groups. So if we would have to contact trace, we would know the 8 players that were together practicing. And definitely when they come together and you talk to them, you have to spread them out or they have to have their mask on. So we're very, very careful about that.
Yeah. What has been the biggest challenge for you, I would say, just, we talked about this before we came on the air, the pressure of being at Park Tudor because the success has been so good year in and year out, and you had a big part of that. But what has been, how have you been able to keep it all together, I guess?
I think one of the other important things that we do is that they have to have fun. Dave Heffern was the coach before me, and he built an excellent program. But we really try to include everyone and make sure that they get good competition, as well as I have a great coaching staff. I have 4 other coaches that help me. 2 of them are alumni, have come back.
Wow.
My main assistant, Matt Fowler, he is really a fun guy that keeps it kind of lighthearted, and I'm kind of the bad cop, so, or the mom in the group.
Yeah.
But they're just a really great group of girls, and they strive for excellence by going to school there anyway. So.
Okay, so I'll let you get out here on this right here, and I want to put you on the spot, but how special would it be, and I know it's a long season, but to win your first state championship?
Yes, after everything we've been through and this group of girls that have put it, it would be truly amazing. And more importantly, it would be so great for our school and these girls that have just felt so heartbreaking like last year. So I hope it happens, and there's so many wonderful teams. And girls tennis is a long season. There's a lot more pressure on girls in the spring. They take finals, they go to prom, like there's all this other extra stuff they're doing. So, but we're super excited for the opportunity to compete.
Well, we appreciate it, Andrew. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All the best to you and all you're doing at Park Tudor, and good luck. Hope you get a chance to
I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
No problem. We're going to take a timeout. Coming up here next on the Zone Extra tonight, we close the book on one of the best prep running backs in the state history. Tonight, our Charlie Clifford details an unforgettable ride for Center Grove. Plus, we reveal our play of the week. Come on back.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on the Zone Extra. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. For the past 4 seasons, one running back demanded Indy's attention. And according to our Charlie Clifford, saying goodbye is the toughest task yet. Tonight, the full story on our Zone Extra Athlete of the Week.
Over 5,900 rushing yards, 85 total touchdowns, and that hair. Carson Steele, Center Grove's first Mr. Football. This spring, we look back on a legacy that started as a freshman.
I didn't want to hurt his confidence. I think I'm going to play him as a JV player. Was having him ready in case something happens. Before halftime was even there, I said, forget it. I'm going to put him in the game. And I think the second time he touched, he went 65 yards. And we've never looked back since then.
Despite running the table with the Trojans this past fall, the Power 5 schools didn't come calling. A big win for an in-state program on the rise.
Ball State, as I look back at it, they were the ones, that kept talking to me, even through the injuries and stuff like that. If I want to go to a school, that's going to be the school I want to go to. Somebody who cares for me.
I'm celebrated and happy for Coach New at Ball State. He's going to go in there and he's going to show a lot of people and prove a lot of people wrong.
Since circumstances didn't allow for a true state title celebration leaving Lucas Oil Stadium, let's give the star the floor one final time for a message to the school he loves.
Definitely kind of hard to say that you're not a Trojan anymore. 5,000 or 6,000 people, ready, screaming you on and stuff like that. That's just moments, you're going to miss.
Every kid that has blonde hair now lets it grow out and wants to wear number 30. If you're a really good person, good things that happen to you. If you train hard and work hard and live a clean life, he sure has.
A tip of the cap to Carson from everyone along for the ride. Charlie Clifford, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Good luck to Mr. Steele up there flying with Ball State. Time for a break, but still much more ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra, including our play of the week. Plus, it's the latest installment of Ask the Commissioner with Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. That's coming up.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
We're back here on the Zone Extra. Now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week, we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here's this week's question. When did you first realize that you wanted to get into education and eventually athletic administration as a career?
Well, teaching was pretty natural for me. I had a mother that was a first grade teacher, and then I had a family that was in public service. My father was an Indiana State police officer. My grandfather was a minister in the United Church of Christ. So serving public is something that I had great mentors from my family early on. And I never really thought about being anything else. Went away to college. You have to pick a major pretty quick, and I decided at that point that I wanted to be a teacher. I got my degree at Eastern Illinois University, and I started teaching the next year at Evansville Central High School in Evansville, Indiana, and I spent all of my teaching career in that building and had a great experience and loved working with kids. And then along the way, I met a gentleman named Bill Asbury, who was one of my mentors and was the athletic director at Evansville Central High School. And I got to be Bill's assistant, and I learned how Bill did his work, and I really enjoyed doing that work and had an opportunity to fill Bill's seat when he retired. And, it just continued to advance until I had an opportunity to come sit in assistant commissioner seat here on Meridian Avenue at the IHSAA, and the board saw fit to give me an opportunity to put my spin on this association for the next several years. And I'm thankful for that, but just being in the public and the eye of the public is something I understand, and just always being focused on every student athlete that participates on a team. It's not about the 40-point or the 20-point score. It's about the kid who's the last one to make a team. And that experience is just as important for that child. And that's where I want to really focus during my tenure here in the office.
I tell you what, I love these segments here with the commissioner. Thanks again to the commissioner for joining us here. And here's how you can submit some questions to the commissioner. Send us a tweet using the hashtags, the Zone Extra, and ask the commish, and your question could be used on a future show. All right, one of our favorite parts of high school sports is the passion of both the players and the fans in the stands. The school spirit we see is incredible, and each fall we award the Zone banner to the school with the best spirit. Congrats again to Westfield, the 2020 champions of the Zone banner, and even though the season may be over, we're always on the lookout for great school spirit across Central Indiana. Your creativity and passion make high school sports special. Keep showing us why your school has the best school spirit, and we can't wait to the brand new battle for the banner coming up this fall. And now it's time to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we feature one of the top plays from the high school sports scene here in Central Indiana. Plus, we want you to get involved. We'll tell you how you can do that in a moment. But first, here's this week's top play, courtesy of the Indiana PBR. From Saturday, Fisher scores 4 runs in the top of the 7th to take the lead against Lake Central. In the bottom of the inning, Lake Central hits a single to right. Jack Brown comes up throwing. Colin Brown with the tag, and the runner is out at the plate. You see it. The Tigers win 8-7 in a thriller. We want to see some of your best plays. Here's what you got to do. Just submit them right there, and who knows, you may end up on a future show right here on the Zone Extra. All right, folks. Hey, thank you so much for watching the Zone Extra. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Of course, we're here every Thursday, 7 o'clock, right here on Wish TV. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you back here next week.